Hello. Welcome, gamers. It is Friday. We're back today with some more Blender. As you can see right there, we got Blender 5.1. Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Namai, welcome Potato, welcome Old Man Diabetes. Thank you Namai for 48 months. That is in fact a multiple of 12. If I'm doing my math correctly, it's 12 times 4. But you know, they could have changed math at some time. Maybe they changed math in a recent patch, I don't know. But thank you for, what the heck, would they change the wallpaper literally on stream? That never happens. How did the, what, why would they change it at 5:06 p.m? It doesn't make sense. It's also true, it's a multiple of many numbers. Also 3. Welcome Stanley. And Old Man Diabetes and Namington. We're doing synchronized subs for next month. I forgot. I don't remember what specifically the agreement was. Anyway, this is today's image. It is some kind of creature. I don't really know. I don't really know what kind of creature that is. But look at this. We got Blender. Let's open up Blender. So I 3D modeled something off stream, and I got to the point where I had to figure out rigging of a character. So we will take a look. We'll take a look. What the heck is it? What did I just open? Video editing? No, we're close. What? Video editing? No. Welcome El Guacamigo. I really like Wolfie even when he's starting Mexican tomorrow. What? When is that? What? I wasn't aware of this. Humanoid 2. Look at this. For security reasons, automatic execution of Python scripts was disabled. Oh, I need to enable. Okay. I need to enable. Anyway, check this. Whoa, guys. Whoa, what the frick? A low poly rabbit character that I've rigged off stream. I need to enable Rigify. There's a plugin called Rigify. I think it's available automatically. Is it add-ons? Rig. Right, that's why. Turn that on, enable it. Okay, and then I think I might need to close and reopen, because like, now this happened. Okay, we're closing, we're reopening. It's being opened right now. Humanoid 2. Automatic execution of Python scripts was disabled. Rig UI. I see. What is this real? What is this? I'll look it up. Blender automatic execution of Python rig UI.py. Is this legit? Disabled for security reasons. Running scripts is a risk. It's mentioned in the official documentation. Presumably it's a legitimate script. I mean, I'm the one who created this file, so I think that I would know. What if it wasn't? What if someone else changed the file on my local system somehow? We're gonna allow execution. Alright, execute that script right now. Anyway, here is a humanoid rabbit of some sort. We got a texture that is 128 by 128 pixels, but I'm really only using like a small portion of it. Really maybe like a third of it or less. What is this? What is this thing? Don't even remember what that was. Anyway, here's the details. Okay, we got this rabbit right here. The ears are a bit strange, because I don't know, because they were they were rigged a bit strangely. Got the rabbit. It's got the nose, got mouth, it's got eyes. We have the sleeves are here, there's hands. There's this design that's like a tie. And there's like a tail on the back. It's got legs. Anyway, so I watched some tutorials on how to rig something. you enable a Rigify plugin, and you add bones to it. You add various bones, and then you gotta do weight painting. I think weight painting is where I got confused, because I'm like, I move this thing around and the other stuff starts moving. Anyway, let's check out what it looks like here. Let's see, if you click on the rig, so there's two components. There is a meta rig, which is what you set up, right? You can set this up, it has the bones defined. And if I grab this, you can see it looks like this. Okay, it looks like this. You could have it show in front, but since I've rigged everything, there's no real need to do that. And then from this meta rig, you generate the real rig, and this is what allows you to control your characters. Okay, we have pose mode, allows you to move the bones, move these things. And look at this. Whoa, what the, oh shoot. The rabbit is moving. You can grab the body and move that. Okay, like it doesn't work correctly, but like if I had connected everything properly, it would have been good. Then you can do this. No, sorry, you can do this one. Whoa, whoa, look at the, oh my god. And then you can move this cube, I think is the torso, so you could be like, oh, look at me, I'm jumping. But like, you know, the legs are stretched because I don't know how to set it up correctly. So that's a thing, and then you know you can move the arms as well. You can move this. Oh shoot! Look at this rabbit jamming. Welcome Xtag. Me when not quite well, but what did he mean by this? And they can do this. Well, look, the head is detached because it's attached to the arms in a strange way, and then you can also rotate the head, but like that doesn't move the rest of the body. You have to attach the head. Could rotate the hand specifically. And then I think there's like, let's see, how else? This, what are the settings? View. I think you could also move, you could like rotate the arm somehow. Is it this thing? Could rotate about the y-axis. No, you rotate about x-axis. No. Rotate about the z-axis. Okay, I mean you could twist the arm if you wanted. But I would really like to move. So rotate the arm. Like I feel like the natural position of the arms would be like this, and then this thing is like also rotated. If I can figure out how to do it. Look at that. It would look like this. Okay. I think I might need to add some more stuff here so that it deforms better. I've added the, you know, I've seen when people rig the arms and stuff like that, they add like these things in the middle. It makes it deform better. And then there's also the legs. You can also move the legs separately. Let's see, where is it? Here, this one. I've been pinged multiple times on Slack. Oh no, it's just a thanks. It's just, hey, it works. Okay, let's see. We got let's see, this right here. This leg. Look at this leg. It doesn't deform in a great way, but it does move. It does in some ways. Look at that. It bends somewhat. I mean, it can't go very far given the constraints that we have here. But you know, you could pose it. You could have it like step slightly. Anyway, so today I will try to figure out how to get this to move in a way that makes sense, such that it's not like doing this stuff. Now, it'd be very useful if we had people that were familiar with this. So the past 2 times I've streamed this, we had people that knew what they were doing, and they were like, Wolfie, you should consider doing this. And then I go, oh, shoot. And then I do it, and then it works. And that's cool. But if no such person is around, I will have to figure everything out on my own, which is what I've been doing off stream. Alright, so you can enter, there's a mode that you can go into. Welcome, Nutritious. you could go into the weight painting mode by selecting one of these. Now the way that this works, you'll see there are many bones. Okay, let me pull up this thing right here. There's a setting on the bottom right here where you can choose to have the bones be displayed above, or maybe it's somewhere else. Okay, it turns out I don't know where it is. Is it this one? There's somewhere where you can change the bones. The rig, you could have it show up above the rest of the body. Maybe it's actually this one. Viewport display, show above wireframe. No. Display. It might be in the object properties. Visibility. Okay, here it is. In front. Oh, it is? Oh no, this is a different thing. Okay, I wanted to say show this thing. Show this thing in front. Okay, so now we see all the bones. Okay, all the bones of this creature. We have the head bone that goes up to the top. And we have, apparently there's like neck bones, like you'll see these two right here. Given that this character doesn't really have a neck, I was told to make it really small. And I did. There it is. And then, okay, so then you click on the object you want to edit, right? And then you go into weight paint mode, and then the color here represents how much of the bone controls this thing. So right now we selected spine 06, which is this bone right here. It being red tells you that it has 100% control over this part of the body. If you choose like another bone, perhaps like spine, the spine bone, this is like black, so it has no control. The spine does not control the head at all. And then it's just a matter of like going through everything and being like, okay, when I move this bone, I want this vertex to move. So right now I believe if you move one of these bones, the arm bones will also move. So let's try to get that to not do that. Welcome, Michael. When did the cat become a bunny? This is a different character, okay? We still have the other one. It's in a different file. This one I started over. Welcome, Teeny. So you go into weight paint mode here. And then you choose the bone. Okay, we got this bone, the left bone. I should probably go into, let's see, modeling layout mode. What's the mode that people go into for weight painting? I don't know. Alright, whatever. Let's go back. Weight painting. Okay, so we want this thing to not move when this one of these bones is moved. So I believe spine 06, the top, spine 05, like we don't want it to be controlled by any of these. But it currently isn't, so I'm confused as to why it is. Oh. Alright, upper arm. Shoulder, upper arm, that makes sense. Forearm. Where is the, maybe it's on the back side. It's like one of these other bones was moving the arm. Do you know, unlike Blender models, we humans don't have bones? Just two arm? Forearm? No, there's four of them. Forearm. Oh, is it this one? Shoulder? We have shoulder bone. A toe bone, shin bone. Pelvis bone. Pelvis. Isn't that the singer? That's the guy who sings and he like died on the toilet or something? What's the deal with that? Alright, shoulder. Shoulder L. Which one of these? I'm assuming this is the shoulder button. By button I mean bone. The shoulder bone. I feel like maybe the shoulder bone should extend farther outward. Maybe. Does anyone even know? Because like a lot of the tutorials, they don't focus on low poly. Well, okay, there's low poly ones, but a lot of them, they're not like chibi style characters. You know, they have like realistic human proportions. And then it's like, oh, you know, your character, the legs are like up here, and then the legs are long. This one, it's got very stubby legs. And also, it has no neck. And the way that the arm connects is a bit strange. So really, we just don't know to figure it out. Well, surely there's other tutorials, you know, obviously, because like many people have done this before. So we can try to go, we'll see like which bone specifically is causing these issues. Right, like how do I find which bone? We click on this bone and like we enter edit mode. And then we click. Now where does it show the name? Where's the name of the bone? Oh, it's right here. Metarig upper arm left. So this is the shoulder bone. And then if I move this bone, I believe, let's go to pose mode. If we move perhaps one of these bones, let's go to the rig. Which bone is to be moved? That's the question. And why can't I click on it? Why am I no longer able to click on this? Why are these bones colored now? Pose mode. Object mode. Click on this guy. That's the wrong guy. That's the wrong guy. Pose mode. I'm very confused. Why can I no longer move these? If I click on this guy, it's not there. But I can move this. But I want to move this. Do I click on this? What do I do? Guys, what no one even knows anymore. Why is 3D modeling so confusing? The fact that no one even knows how anything works. We all pretend that we know. Welcome, Wishy Wishy. We pretend we know, but no one really knows. So you could move the bones like this, okay? But then, what about the rig? I want to click on this guy and then go into pose mode. I've clicked on this guy. I'll go into pose mode and then I click on this. But now I can't click on it. Pose. I was able to do it before. Okay, so now there it is. Okay. So why can't I move this? Now I can move this. Okay. Very confusing. Alright, so if you move this guy, the arms don't move. There's like one thing where the arms did move. Was it this one? Oh no, that one makes sense. This one, if you're moving whatever this is, what bone? This is the chest bone. I guess if you move this, you do expect the shoulder to move. Although I guess you would also expect the body to move. This up here. Yeah, dancing. Yippee. What if this was just the final model? You go into VR chat and you see someone like this. Oh, what a cute bunny. And then they start walking toward you. And their legs start doing this. Amazing. So what's the proper way? Weight paint, let's look it up. Blender weight paint chibi models, specifically chibi, okay? Because if we look up regular human proportion sized characters, it doesn't apply. They're very different. Free Blender models. Mastering weight paint in Blender. Step-by-step mesh guide. Blender Basecamp. What about Blender Cringe Camp? What about this one? This one, maybe the proportions of this character are similar. Similar enough to my character. Perhaps. It's gonna make me sign in, I knew it. It's a video in Korean, that's fine. It has subtitles. Let's try this. 32 minutes? Bro, No, but this is specifically in a crouched mode. I want them to be... I guess this is just modeling. Okay, does this person have other tutorials? Wait, they made the new Pokemon? They got a Starmie. Let's look at their most viewed video. Modeling tutorial. Okay, but what about the rig tutorial? I don't just want to see the modeling. I want to see how to get it to move. That's the important part right there. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe it doesn't exist. Maybe no one knows how to do this. Maybe I'm the first one to ever do this. Wouldn't that be crazy? How to rig a chibi base mesh in Blender. Part 3. Can you not just search rig? Hold on, this one. Perhaps this one. Welcome to part 3 of this 3-part series. Well, I mean, if it's not in the most viewed videos, is it even worth watching? That's the question. That's really the question. Oh, but this is such a high poly character though. Okay, so this one has a neck, which is different. My character does not have a neck. And then what is that emote? The fish? Saying the word fish. Alright, so they rig, and then when do they do the weight painting here? We got shape keys. What the frick? We got bones sticking out of their eyes. The mouth. Okay, this one. Maybe I just figured it out on my own. Cause like I know what they do. I just don't know like what I should assign to what. I think I might also need more vertices, because if you look at, for example, this, right? It doesn't deform well, given the fact that the only vertices are like here. Hold on, let's go to this mode. Like you can't rotate this thing because there's nothing to rotate. It'll rotate the entire body. So maybe I just need to add more edge loops, maybe like one over here, maybe like one over here. And then in that sense, it could rotate a bit better. Perhaps. And I think a natural place to do it would be like here, right? Around here, and then maybe like up here. Like this is where the arm is. So let's do that. Guys, let's go and do that. Make sure that we don't mess everything up. Alright, you can press Control R. Loop cut does not work on deform edit mesh display. Hold on, what do they mean by that? Loop cut does not work well on already deformed mesh display. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Control R. Tab. Loop cut does not work well. Oh no. Let's look that up. Loop cut does not work. What did they say? Well on deformed mesh display. Edit mesh display. They're making a Roblox model. Go to mesh face menu, select tries to quads. Can't make a look. Do I have triangles? These are not triangles. Oh no, this is no, this okay, so the top of this. What is this? We got well, this will never get seen anyway, so it's fine. But like we got, this is not necessarily quads. I should probably fix it. You know, I will fix this. I will fix this. Even though it will never be seen, I will fix this. Alright, let's go into UV editing. Let's project from view. Do this. Click on these guys. And then you do this. What the? That's the bottom. No, this is the top. Okay, then you do project from view. What if I put a little Easter egg inside? No, no, you can't do that. But then people will find it. I can't believe he would do this. Alright, so this thing, I guess, you know, it doesn't need to be scaled in a convenient way. All you really need to do is put it here and then overlap it with this up here. Right, so that's fine. And you unhide it. There. Oh, you'll also notice I added some subtle shading underneath. Do you see this? This right here. We have a shadow underneath. And then also on the sleeves, I've added some pixelated shadowing right there. And then also on the hand, we got some subtle shade. Alright, anyway, the problem with this specifically is that this is not, when you try to do a loop cut, this is not a quad. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces, when really it shouldn't be. So we should maybe use what's known as the knife tool. Well, you can make a cut from here to here, and then it would have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. That is perhaps good. That is perhaps good. Now K is the knife tool. You do this, and then you click. Is there a way to choose the middle? Oh, you can use Shift. Shift brings you to the middle. Okay, and then you press Enter. Welcome, Resetter. So now we have this, and then I guess you do the same thing for this one. Right there. Press Enter. Alright, now it should be a quad. Welcome, Last Ivanka. Okay, now you can probably do a loop cut. Loop cut does not work well. What do they mean? Loop cut does not work well on deformed edit mesh display. What do they mean? Oh, is the bottom, is this also the bottom also not a quad? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 sides. 4 sides right there. What do they mean by this? Oh, it's a mesh face menu. Select tries to quads. Mesh face. Choose all this. Choose all. Oh no, because there's no like thing over here. That's why I made the knife cut is there, but it doesn't actually connect anywhere. Oh yes, of course. What if I just remove the top? Actually, that's a valid thing, right? You can simply just remove the top part because this is not going to be used by anything. Okay, but maybe not that. There's like some way to like delete. Let's go back. Let's undo this. We'll select these. Delete. Not the edges. The faces. Delete the faces. Okay, so that's there, right? We can save on some vertices. It's like that will never actually be seen in regular situations here. And then we save it. And then now I think if you try to, okay, so now no, it also doesn't work. Loop cut does not work well on deformed edit mesh display. What did they mean? Oh, because this, wait, this is not connected to anything. That's your problem right there, is that this is not connected. Is there a way, let's see, can convert quantize, follow active quads, triangles to quads? Let's look it up. What do I look up? Blender, convert n-gon to quad. So the n-gons, like by trait, so many triangulate faces, okay, that's there. And then what? I'm reading the AI summary. I can't believe this, guys. The AI summary is right here. It tells us the answer. This guy's using AI to model. tries to quads. Tries quads. Follow active quads. Triangles to quads. Okay, but it doesn't do it though, because there's not enough. Not enough things there. Maybe it's fine. Surely, because like the loop cut is not going like here, right? So wait, okay, so now it also doesn't say that it works fine. What's the best way to do this? Is anyone familiar with Blender topology? How did I even find myself in this situation? We got this here. We got this thing. Wait, isn't that right though? Hold on. Welcome Bun Bun. To use pose mode to move the mesh around. Is that it? Is that the reason? How do I undo that? How do I reset pose mode? Reset pose. Blender reset pose. Select all bones. Pose mode. Hit Alt R to reset. Select all bones, hit space. Search for clear pose. Pose mode. We gotta go to this. Go to pose mode. Clear pose. Clear. That's not, it doesn't exist. Hold on. Select all bones. Well, these are not the bones. These are the bones. These here, these are not the bones. Select all bones. Select, guys, you gotta select all bones. Some of you are not selecting every bone, and it really shows. What about these bones? These are the bones. These right here, that's the bones. Go to edit mode, select all the bones, reset, clear, transforms, reset Alt R to reset all rotations. Alt R. Oh wait, I saw a value change. Did I like incorrectly do something? Alt S, reset scale, Alt G, reset translations. Okay, was that the problem? Is that perhaps the issue? Alright, so if I go into edit mode here, loop cut does not work well on the form edit mesh display. That's the thing though. I mean, I would think it's because I have... No, these are quads. Right? This is a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's literally 4 sides. Now, how is that problematic? It's not. It literally has 4 sides. The formed mesh display. Loop cut does not work. Loop cut stopped working. I mean, it says it doesn't work well, but I mean, surely it works like somewhat, right? It probably works a little bit. I feel like no one else is getting this issue. This is the only other guy who has had this issue. It's not really an error. What you see is awarding your mesh won't look like what you want after a loop cut in different place, different pose, since it's influenced by an armature. You can delete the armature modifier temporarily, add it again after you do the cut. What if I don't want to delete it? The mesh won't look like what you want after a loop cut in a different pose, since it's influenced by an armature. Anyone else being influenced by an armature right now? What's that like? Loop cut does not work well. Can I like like would this apply? Hold on. Would this be the same if I like edited anything? If I try to add a loop cut to anything? Like if I went here and then I went edit mode. Oh, okay. I guess maybe it applies to anything. Maybe we have to. Oh, we have to log in. Let me upload this on my other browser where I'm logged in. This is the messed up part about Stack Overflow. You see this right here? They display the accepted answer with 3 votes higher than a more upvoted answer. It was answered on the same day. It was answered 14 minutes away. Maybe it's not messed up. Maybe it's actually totally fine. I have to log in. Maybe I'll do this off stream. It's a warning. Your mesh won't look like what you want. Like, maybe it's fine though. It's just a warning. So probably it's fine if I just do it. Surely nothing bad will happen. First one was selected. Yes, that is in fact the case. Okay, let's just add loop cut here. Perhaps like right here. Well, maybe it should be above. Maybe it should actually be slightly above where this is. And then you do another loop cut, perhaps like up here. Perhaps like right here. And then maybe that will deform better. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe it ruins everything. Let's go. I forgot to go on Blue Sky and say that I'm live. That's the thing. People are actually using Blue Sky. Let's see. Go live. Twitch.tv. 2 hours and 30 minutes. All right, so let's see. Let's try moving this one. So we have this here. Let's enter. Let's click on the rig and enter pose mode, and then you click on this guy. Perhaps this guy. Okay, so this does deform better. It's actually way better than it was before. I mean, despite the fact that the head is detached, the body itself is moving in a better way. Obviously not the best way, but like, actually that's fine. That seems pretty good. It's nice. Why is the arm connected to the head? Yes, that is one thing that I need to fix. Because the automatic, I think this is not actually moving the head. This is moving like the whatever bone this is. What is this? The shoulder? Is this moving? Am I moving the shoulder? In which case it does kind of make sense. I think the only real issue is that like the body is not moving with it. So like, I think I need to change it so that these vertices will move when I move this thing. And I need to figure out which bone is controlling this. Like this can move on its own. This is obviously not attached. But like this, what is this, the neck bone? What is this? No, this one also doesn't move that, so it's gotta be like, what is it? This thing? It's this thing. It's this guy. Literally this guy. What bone is? Does anyone know what this thing controls? Which bone? This is the default Rigify rig. Is there a way to find out? I've clicked on this, but like, what is this? This is, okay, Rig 02, chest. So this is the chest bone. Is that true? If I click on this, okay, it is. Okay, so this is the neck bone. Neck bone's not attached. Rig 02 spine. Spine FK003. Or chest. So the spine. This spine one. Okay, this is the spine one. The spine also moves this. So let's exit this mode. Let's go into object mode. Choose this guy. Go into weight paint mode. Alright, so this is 100% being controlled by the spine. And I think the top one should maybe be controlled by... Which other was Spine 02? I don't even remember. So you have a tool. This tool right here can be used to paint things. You can say that this thing controls something. And then you can also change the fall off so that it is 100% controlled. I watched some videos and they said you should consider doing this. You don't want this to be controlled, so you want to like add subtraction, consider adding subtraction. Where's the subtract? Subtract. It's right here. It's like, why is this being influenced? What is this coming from? Is it on this side? Is it on the back side? No. Right, advanced. Advanced modes. Now there was like a, yeah, auto, I believe someone's also said auto normalize is important. Because then if you can have weights that add up to more than 100 if you don't enable this. Anyway, let's see if this works well. Is there like a separate view specifically for posing? Because it's kind of annoying having to like switch back and forth. I have to like, I make some weight painting changes and then I have to like go back here, have to like go to object mode and then click on the rig and then I click on this guy. Is there like a separate view for this? Player 2 Wolf Colors? No, it's a different, it's not even related to me. Just because the outfit looks similar, it's a different thing. Alright, let's go into pose mode. Also welcome Nympho. Let's try moving this around. Hold on. Object mode, click on the rig. Go into pose mode. That's the arm. Oh, but it does move. It does now move slightly. Okay, but what about this one? Okay, this, look, it's moving. Amazing. I mean, it doesn't deform in a way that makes sense. But okay, I think I need to go back into weight paint and then adjust it so that these vertices are also painted. It's gotta be, it literally has to be vertex paint mode. But like, what am I vertex painting? Or what am I? What am I? I've selected the body. Oh, I'm on weight paint. Alright, what the heck is vertex paint? I was in the wrong mode. What is a vertex painting? Alright, tool, mix. Now is this perhaps too much? And this value is too high. I don't know. Let's take a look though. Let's go back to the rig. Click on this guy. Pose mode. Oh, Oh, no. I guess the head is not gonna go this far down, right? Surely the head is not gonna just go this far down. So, I mean, it could. It could maybe. It could possibly. Oh yeah, I guess if it bends down like even slightly, this will occur. Does the head ever get squished? The head would not get squished because I don't think there's a way to do so. This guy is there. Like, how do I prevent that? How do I make it so that that doesn't happen? I mean, I guess, does this thing ever move though? Because like this, what is this bone? This is the chest bone. I would assume that this thing would only move alongside other ones, so like maybe that's fine. Like given this shape, I think maybe this thing just rotates. Right? Is that the case? Does anyone know? Maybe, perhaps. What about this one? This one here. Okay, I need to, let's see, what are we doing? This one, specifically, we need to, okay, that, whatever this thing is, it needs to be not that. We need to detach this thing from this guy. What is this bone? This bone is the torso bone. Why is the torso bone down there? Is this the indication of where the torso is? No, that's the hips. Wait, what is this? The box is the torso. Blender, Rigify, torso. Flexible bone. Welcome Dorg with many ones. Where's the... What is that bone? I mean, this more or less matches my character. Maybe this thing needs to be like higher up. Like, doesn't this control the legs though? Like, doesn't this seem like the correct place for this? That is just the objective for the inverse kinematic. Oh, I see. So do I even need this? I've deleted the chest bones because I think it doesn't do anything for my character. Maybe we don't even need this torso, but this, we need the hips though. Look at this. Actually, I think this could be higher up, right? Because this thing will rotate this down here, but this could be a bit higher. What about this? Does this ever move? The hand. The legs. I also need to fix the legs. Oh wait, the tail is also moving when the legs move, which seems unintended. Let's fix that. That one seems like it should be obvious. Alright, so this should be... What bone should control this, though? Any bones? It really should be the same as whatever this surface is. And that would be... Or I guess would I merge it with this mesh? Is that a thing? Would I... Because right now I think the tail is a separate object. Would I simply put it as part of the same object as the body? How do people do it? What if I just did this? What if I simply just did that? So spine 1. Spine 1 is being affected by various things. Various spines are controlling the movement of this. But the thigh. This thing should not move with the thigh. The feet bones. Let's do subtract this. Actually, there's a fast way to do it, right? You can simply just go to, there's like a gradient tool that will apply to everything. Gradient. Just do this a few times. Alright, thigh left, this thigh, the shin, the thigh. Get that out of here. Should probably also do this, right? Mesh symmetry. Okay, and then what else? The shin, the toe, the forearm, the hand. Alright, that's probably fine. This is probably fine. And then go back to object mode. And then now when we move the legs, it should not move the tail. Yes, that's good. But if we move the body, it should. Okay, that does. Okay, wait, what is the. This thing rotates. I mean, this maybe not the best. Oh, wait, it's also moving with this one. This is the spine. Which spine is this? It should not be moving with this. Why is this so complicated? Welcome Soding. This makes my back hurt? No way. Wait, aren't you the streamer? Aren't you the guy who streams software development? Is that a different guy? Let's see. How do I like click on the button? So this is, what is tweak spine 001? That's a guy who streams. I know streamers. I'm aware of various streamers. What is this bone? The torso bone? Like, why is it differently colored? Am I like in a different view now? We have the head rig. It's because I'm in edit mode. Perhaps. Okay, so I need this thing to not move when one of these bones moves. But which bone do I want it to move? Like, do I only want it to move when this bone moves? Spine 001. I'm also learning Blender, that's why your stream caught my attention. Blender is quite complicated. I still don't really know what I'm doing. But I've made some things. I've made this thing that doesn't move. I've learned to project from view. Although, you know, people who do know Blender, since I have like various people that do know Blender, they'll be like, hey, do you know you can do this? And then another person that knows Blender is like, what? I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know you could press B when you're moving something and then click on a thing and then move another thing around and it'll move relative to the thing that you press B on. That's the thing I learned. Okay, so this is spine 001. And I want to go into weight paint and then choose, okay, spine 001. That should be the only thing that affects the tail, right? So then if I color this, no, that's not what I want. Tool symmetry, weight 100. Oh, but I'm in like subtract mode, right? Hold on, let's go back to brush mode. And then click on, instead of subtract, it'll be mix. Then you do this, which I think is good. It's got everything. It's got literally everything. All right, so let's see. Does that fix the movement? Is there really not like a faster way to like enter pose mode? Is there really like no like separate view for this? Animation, scripting. So you have to like enter edit mode, weight paint it, and then have to like unselect everything. You have to like click on the rig. Have to like click on to click on what am I clicking on? I have to go into pose mode and then click on this stuff. Video editing. Amazing. I barely know video editing. Anyway, Twitch has decided it's going to show ads in the next 10 seconds. So I'm going to take that time to drink some water. What happened to my water toggle? YouTube Studio. Where's my water? There it is. Okay, we'll be back. Alright. What was I testing? I was testing that moving other bones would not move the tail. So this one moves that one. This one still moves the tail a little bit. Why is that? Maybe that's fine. It's only like a little bit. I mean, okay. I mean, I don't think the character will be moving like all the way over here, so like maybe that's fine. It's only really noticeable if you move it like too far, like here, right? I mean, I guess when someone's dancing, they could theoretically move like this. But this isn't so deformed, right? It's like a little bit deformed. Or maybe it's because I didn't weight paint the back of it. Hold on, let's go back. Go to object mode, click on this guy. Weight paint. You could press / to zoom in on this. So it appears that it is fully controlled by the spine. But then why is it deforming? Why is it doing that? Make sure the other things are not highlighted. Yeah, that's the only one. So why is it doing that? I have no idea. Whatever, surely this will not matter. Alright, and then what else is broken? Let's see. Go to the rig, let's move this guy around. Wait, what? Why is the leg moving? Oh no, I'm in object mode, okay. Let's go to, let's see, click on the rig, go to pose mode. The head is also detached. I think maybe I need to weight paint these top vertices here to also be affected by the head bone. Which bone is the head bone? This bone, this bone. Reg 002 head. Alright, rig 002 head. I want to click on this. I want to go to weight paint mode. And then it's not there. I think I like deleted some stuff. Wait, isn't 002 the thing that I wanted though? Or is that different? Is this which of these bones do I actually want? This guy. Rig 002. Wait, these are these actually bones? Hold on. Do I need to like regenerate a rig? There's like a meta rig which controls a rig. Am I like looking at the right thing even? So you make changes to the meta rig and then like that generates these bones, right? And these the bones in this rig are named differently. So I should really be looking, no, but like this is what's controlling it, right? So like what are these? What is any of this? Hand. The hand bone. Makes no sense. I just don't understand. Guys, I just don't get it. Go back to pose mode. Get this one. Very strange. Very, very strange. Is there a way to make it so that the hand rotates along with the rest of the arm? Or maybe it's supposed to be. I guess in a realistic model, the hand would move separately. It just looks a bit strange on this guy. And also, how do I get this? How do I get this to move correctly? This looks alright. This seems fine. And also, this also seems alright. Despite, I mean, regardless of the head disconnecting, the rest of it seems okay. Are there like pre-made animations? Probably, right? I can probably test it out on a real animation. Blender, what is it? Pre-made animations that I can just test with. Animation, humanoid. Yeah, Fortnite. Is there like a way to like have this rabbit do the Fortnite dance? It's Mixamo, right? Mixamo. That's the name of it. Web-based service lets you create and customize 3D characters, rigs, and animations. Or does this generate the rig? Is that the thing? This thing generates the rigs? Oh, okay. I guess this just does it automatically. Do people use this? That rigs a model? I need to sign. I need to give them all my personal information. Blender, Rigify, pre-made animations. Is there, do people make pre-made animations for Rigify models or whatever? Do you hear the ice cream truck outside? Make it do the gritty if it's available. Blender, Rigify for rigging animals and making epic animations. No way. This looks AI generated. Something about this just doesn't look right to me. Core content. A horse, a bird, a wolf. Welcome Deep Freeze. Oh, the ice cream truck is getting closer. Look at that dog. Are there pre-made, like, do people just use Mixamo for this stuff? Should I even bother? Blender help post about this says Mixamo. So, like, do they have, like, chibi characters, though? Or is everything... Okay, I guess some of these are a bit more deformed. Okay, they have one of these guys. The proportions of... Is this Jerry from Tom and Jerry? What the heck? Pre-made animations. Oh, I already searched for this. And it's like called Mesh to Motion. Oh, but I want it so that like I rig it myself. I just want the movement. If that makes sense. Because this will just generate, this generates the rig for me, right? Including the bones. Maybe that's fine. You know what? Okay, let's... I mean, it is owned by Adobe. Oh, but I have to log in? You have to, like, make an account? I have to log in on stream? No way. The site says if you have a bit more technical knowledge, you can upload a pre... Oh, I see. Does this also do the weight painting? Is that a thing? Maybe I do. Maybe I want to log in on stream. Let me, like, go on my other computer. Mixamo.com. That's not the right site. What is this? Mixamo. Wait, this site doesn't support a secure connection? Mixamo. The regular Mixamo.com does not support HTTPS. Did I like go to a fake website? Also found this rancidmilk.itch.io free character animations. Let's see. Massive library of free 3D character animations. Blender. Licenses. Animations. Wait, is this dance looks familiar. What is this? Integrating. Let's see, does this use Rigify? Yes. Awesome resources. Blender's built-in add-on. Main features. Modular rigging. You need to build a character with 5 arms and 1 leg. It can handle it for you. Advanced and flexible feature set. Shareable animation. Wait, this is what I want. Shareable animation through all Rigify rigs. If you share a meta rig through different characters, oh, okay. Never mind. I thought, dude, maybe I thought that other people would have animation. I guess this is like if you make something with this and you make your own animations. No, but like surely I'm just using the default bones. Surely there's other. Maybe I just look into how this works. But these bones look different from mine, though. I mean, these controls. What is this called? Controls? I don't even know. Install instructions, download, unzip. Welcome, Carabel. You've done this before, right? Carabel, how do you do this? What is your method for weight painting to ensure that this thing is connected. How do you do it? Like, this is fine, but then if I move the head, how do you do animate? Like, do you make your own animations, or do you ever like download like pre-made ones and then just see how it looks like on your model? I gotta know. Because like while I'm moving these things around, I don't know if like a realistic usage would be moving whatever this bone is. Do people do this? I guess this thing rotates, right? Does the shape here represent how this thing is supposed to move? Because like it being a circle tells me that maybe it rotates. Maybe this thing never actually moves up and down. Like you rotate about the z-axis. Like this seems like the natural movement for this, whatever this control is. Maybe that's what it is. Because like now this one tells you that it rotates like this. I make my own, most of them are really simple. I see. And then this thing perhaps also is just meant to rotate about the z-axis. Wait, but that seems weird. Surely it's not supposed to do this. What about this? What about this one? And then the arms. These ones can rotate about the z-axis. And then the legs. I don't know about the meaning of the form of the control bones, but most body bones will just rotate like IRL bones. But we have more bones in this though. We have many more bones. Alright, let me just try logging into Mixamo on my other browser. Log into my Adobe account. Continue with Google, perhaps. Load up my Gmail. Google will allow Adobe access to this info, my name and profile picture, and my email address. Sure, why not? Loading Mixamo. Alright, let's see. Upload character. I'd like to upload my character. Drag and drop your 3D character file in the drop zone. How to prepare your model or read auto rigging basics. Let's read this together. How much does it cost? It's free? Why would they make this free? That's now weird. The product. Are they like selling our data? Probably. You know what? Probably. That makes sense. Can I auto rig animals, vehicles? Are they stored? Only the last character is stored. No history of the previous character or animation is stored. Save your rigged characters locally. Okay, but how do I prepare? How do I prepare a file? Upload and rig a custom character. Log in with your Adobe ID. Upload character. Supports 3 file formats. Make sure embed media is turned on. Object files don't include textures. FBX. It doesn't. Wait, zip. What's in the zip file? Oh, I see. Put the OBJ into the zip. So it doesn't support native Blender files. I would need to export this as FBX. Rig custom character. Okay. Alright, let's try that. Let me try doing that. Export as FBX. Export FBX. Save this as humanoid2.fbx. Right, so now it's there, and then in my other browser that you can't see, where I'm logged in, I'm gonna go on the website. Let's see, I got what did I save it to? Sync thing, default, Blender, humanoid2.fbx. Okay, here we go. It's uploading. It's processing my character. Just a moment. How long does it take? But like, I'm not learning anything from this, right? If I'm just uploading it and then it's just doing everything for me. Surely at some point I would want to learn how to do this myself, which I am doing. But it is kind of nice, you know, to just see something that you've made just do the Fortnite dance automatically. Alright, it's still processing. Still waiting. We're still waiting for the results. Literally just there. Still waiting. Alright, anyway, while we're waiting, let's see. What else do I do? How do you usually do like arm poses? It's like I would like to like rotate the arm about this axis. Let's see, item can enable these. Enable arrow. Turn everything on. Enable all this stuff. So this bone, whatever this thing is, this thing controls the arm. So you can bend it. You can bend it like this. And then rotate. Oh no, Mixamo has failed. Sorry, unable to map your existing skeleton. Check best practices for using the auto rigger and upload again. Let's see. On the top center view, select a local and transform orientation. Oh. If I move this, what does that really do? Does it make it local to its own origin point? But how does that differ? Oh, rotation about Y. Oh, I see. Rotation about Y origin is around the bone length. Rotation. Well, let's see. What do they suggest? Rig. It failed before I made it to this step. Upload a custom character. Do they mean map? Upload and map a rigged character. The smaller bones are just to do smaller adjustments. It's like these. But the confusing part is like these are bones, right? These are bones. These are controls, right? These are, what is this? Is this a control? A rig layer? These are different layers. The tweak bone. Okay, so maybe I don't want to show the tweak bones. And then what about, so arm IK is for, we don't have IK set up. IK is the thing where like you move this thing and then it automatically moves the other stuff for you. I don't know if that's enabled by default. Maybe it is. It has to be, right? Surely. Surely. Well, no, yeah, it is enabled, because if we move this, it's moving. Yeah, okay, so it's bending, it is bending this arm. Yes, I totally have it. For real. Alright, upload character, map a rigged character. They will have their skeleton automatically mapped. You can switch between IK and FK. This one. Is this it? If I move this hand? Oh no. Interesting. What if it was 50? Quite confusing. Quite the confusing setup. IK stretch. Toggle pull. Usually when you move the hands around, how do you make it so that it's rotated along with the rest of the body? Is there like a thing here that's like rotates everything? You can see you can set IK stretch to 0 so the arm doesn't deform like a noodle. Oh, IK stretch. Oh wait, that's so much, that looks better. That seems, wait, and also, oh, it doesn't, I see, if it goes beyond the point, it doesn't like stretch it. That seems like exactly what I want. That's good to know. Oh wait, but this, okay, but this one I didn't set it. So now you set this to 0. Oh, wait, that's such good advice. Oh, and then that's also like if you move the head past where it's supposed to go, then it doesn't detach it, right? Neck follow, head follow. What does this do? Do the same with the leg. Wait, oh, you're so right. Yeah, turn that off. Turn this off. Turn that off. It's exactly what I want. Okay, so if you oh wait, but it's hold on. So I want to move. There's no setting for that for the head. Oh, the bone. Okay, the head only rotates. That's good to know. Oh, okay, so now it doesn't go past that point. That's good. I'm currently de-slopping my YouTube to push it more towards learning things or not watching at all. I sure subscribe to a lot of now dead VTubers. Name all of them. Name every dead VTuber. Mint Phantom, she's dead. She's literally a ghost. Okay, so I need this to be attached. This thing should be attached to that. Now, do I necessarily have to merge the meshes for that to happen? Probably, right? It's probably a thing. Because this is a separate object. But I guess it's only really visible from like very low angles, so maybe it's fine. Well, no, wait. I guess if it's like this, you would see the back of it. Like that. The meshes can be separated. Oh, then how do I make it so that this thing does not detach from this? How is that even done? Oh, so I need to like fix this. It doesn't deform in a nice way. I probably just need more loop cuts. Because right now this is really just it's just a deformed cube. We only have 4 sides here. I think that's very good advice. The fact that you can have it not stretch. You may need to add additional vertices and set the weight paint so the leg vertices next to the body have about the same weight paint than the body. Additional vertices. Set the weight paint so leg vertices next to the body have about the same weight. Alright, let's see what the paint is on the legs. So what do we want to move the legs? We have these. Right there, the thigh right. These ones. We want them to have about the same weight as the body. I believe the body, let's see. The body. The body's not being controlled at all. Wait, the spine. Wait, what? You can also look for the bones on the right panel in the data triangle tab. On the right panel. Data. Oh, vertex groups. Def spine. No, I did delete a bunch of stuff because I was like, surely these bones will never need to adjust based on the leg movement. Which I think is true. I think if the legs move, I don't expect the bottom part of this to move. Alright, what is this spine? This thing... Def spine. The main spine. The main spine. Now why would I not simply just color this entire thing red? There. And then perhaps we remove these. So now the bottom part of the spine. Also, like, what causes this? Sometimes I see like some slight blue here. But like when I try to paint it, it doesn't do anything. What's doing that? What is causing this blue? Oh, it's on the other, wait, it's on the other side? Interesting, interesting. Let me see. This thing is only being controlled by the main spine. Other things do not control it. Spine 2. Spine 2, which is probably the upper spine. I wish they had named these better. If I rename this, will it break everything? Spine 6. Like, I want this to be like main spine. This could be like neck, spine, or whatever. Do the names matter? They probably matter. They probably do matter. Probably named in such a way for a reason. They're named this for an amazing reason. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh, right, I was trying to move. I was trying to make it so that this thing doesn't move when this control is moved. So like this bone, let's go back here. What is this bone? This bone is thigh right. The thigh right bone. I think if this moves, these points should not move, right? Maybe that's what I want. I click on this guy, go to weight paint. Open tag bar. What's on the model? It is a rabbit. It is a rabbit creature. Let's see. So we want thigh bone should not move. These thigh. Here we go. So we simply just gotta subtract these points. These points should not be modified. Now, why is it not doing anything? Is it because it's already blue? It's already blue. Now, what about thigh? Oh, thigh R or thigh R001. I see. Okay, so this thing, we should turn this thing not painted in. For some reason, it's not doing anything. Why is that? Is it because I have auto normalize? The normals are inverted. Oh, like if it's on the other side? Hold on, there's a way to like to draw through it, right? Wait, no, this is what front faces only does. Yeah, keep auto normalize on. That's what everyone says, but like, why isn't it like that by default? I watch a tutorial and it's like, hey, everyone says to keep this thing on, but no one ever does it by default. Okay, what if I try painting this? Wait, none of this is applying. Why is that? Even when I try to fill it in, it's not applying. Subtract. Nothing. Brush type. Modes. Fall off shape projected. No. What if we use the gradient? Nothing. Welcome, editorial beginner Dobby. And watch Wolfie's small Ame gifts a lot, thank you. Did I select the legs first before going into weight paint mode? Yes. Yes. I did. Let me look it up. Blender weight paint not working. Gifts are funny. Thank you, thank you. Ensure you've selected the correct vertex group and the armature modifiers applied to the mesh. Weight paint is not working. Switch to solid view instead of render view. Solid view. Solid view. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is literally the same. It's literally the same thing. Make sure there's actual geometry where you're trying to paint. There's a modifier on your mesh. Weight paint works on the mesh before the modifier. You might only have the 4 corner vertices to paint on. No, we've applied our modifiers, surely. We got mirror, we got armature. That's all. That's all of them. Mirror. Oh, did I select? Maybe I selected the wrong. Do I need to paint this one? Hold on. Hold on. Why is one of these legs painted, but the other one isn't? But they're both being selected. So like, what is this? They're both there. Entering edit mode. Changing viewing mode from rendering to solid. Went to edit mode to check geometry. Change the brush to draw instead of add. Still can't paint. Welcome, Zuja. Looks like you have 4 edges for that plane. Is there a way for me to, like, if I like go, maybe it's like on the other side. If I zoom in, like to maybe zoom in inside. If I turn on this mode. What about front faces only? Nope. I just don't know. Symmetry. It doesn't work. Guys, it literally doesn't work. This also doesn't work. Wait, but that works. Why does this work? I can delete these. But then I go to thigh. Oh, wait, hold on. Thigh left. Thigh. What? Wait, I can delete this one. Maybe if I go to thigh right. Yeah, maybe you can only paint, but then like what is causing this blue? Can I recommend Korean VTuber? I'm not good at English. Try to convey meaning as much as possible. Can I recommend Korean VTuber? I mean, you mean like recommend to me? Because like I don't understand Korean, so I would not be able to really watch them in a way that makes sense to me. Where's this blue coming from? Maybe it's from one of the nearby ones. Like if I delete this, if you paint the left side, the right side weights also automatically adjust. Yeah. I can't paint these. So if I go to thigh left, the only Korean VTubers I know are doing music. Oh wait, maybe this is what I want. If you change thigh left, then maybe thigh right will have been deleted. Okay, wait. Yeah, okay, so that works. Okay, so maybe I go to thigh left. Thigh left 001. Thigh left. And then I delete, oh, and then I delete this. And then maybe that is better. All right, let's go into And so even then, I see them because someone else links them in Prod Zapod. True. True. Okay, let's go into pose mode. Let's grab this. Yeah, he is Korean. I remember, he has mentioned that before. Oh, look at that. It now doesn't detach from the top. It's now connected in a way that makes sense. What drives me to learn new stuff? Just because I think it's cool. I don't know. I mean, the reason I learned this was because I decided to try out PicoCAD 2. I was like, oh cool, it might be cool to check this out. And then I did, and I was like, it's cool, but there's like a lot of limitations. And then I was like, what if I did learn Blender? And then I did. Now here I am. Alright, so this works somewhat. Now obviously, it's not the best deformation. I think maybe the bone needs to be aligned better. So like, it's not bending about this thing. It's not bending like here. It's like it's bending here, which is a bit strange. Like why would it not bend here? But it is bending here. What if you cheat? I wonder if you can find some Animal Crossing walking animation. Yeah, but it would depend on the rig though, right? You would need to have the rig set up specifically for your character. Because the animation depends on certain bones existing. I don't know. Get some impression on how it deforms. That is true. It is possible. Recommend Akane Elise from Stella. I don't know, but they're Korean, right? They're Korean, but I don't understand Korean. That's the thing. Also, I do feel like I'm watching like enough VTubers at this point. I have my few VTubers that I watch, and they're good. So why is it doing this? This thing, like this bone is ending here. If I specifically go into this view, the bone very much ends here, and I would expect it to rotate about wait, maybe I need like maybe I need like a thing like here. The one Korean VTuber that was recommended to me was Hebi. Isn't that the word for snake in Japanese? Position of the bone seems to be fine. Maybe you need to change the weight pane on the vertices. Let's try that. Let us try this. Weight paint. Alright, so the bone that we are looking for specifically is this one, thigh R001. Oh wait, hold on. You happen to know which bone that thigh R001 is? The person recommended them, followed them past 3 lives or something. Still alive? I've actually never heard of them. Welcome, Panis. Maybe thigh left. 3 reincarnations. Person record. Who is anyone? Oh, maybe I need to like remove. Let's see, which one of these controls the deformation about this mesh, about this vertex? Like if I just did this, does that do anything? Is this what I want? Probably not, right? No. What if, okay, I feel like, let's see, what bone is this? Leg. This is thigh L. Thigh L. Blender Rigify bones. I would like them to label specifically which bones. Human simple bone. Which bone is which bone? Here we go. That's it. I thought these were labeled in a way that would make sense. I usually cheat at rigging with Mixamo. I tried that, but for some reason it said we had problems loading your model. And then I gave up. Rigify human. Rigify human. It does fail. Maybe I just need to retry it. Maybe that's the thing. What if we just tried it again? Export as FBX. Overwrite. Alright, then I go back to view page, upload character. I have to wait for it to synchronize to my main computer. Please. Open the default. Rescan. It's not working. For some reason, it has not updated. Whatever, you know, it's fine. Maybe I'll do that off stream. Right, Blender, how to weight paint thigh bone. You can alt click the bone you want to see its weight paint. Alt click to see its weight paint. While I'm okay, what tool should I be in? When I'm not in weight paint mode, is that the thing? Do I go can click on I'm alt clicking, but I'm in paint mode. That you need to select the armature, then the mesh, then go to weight paint. Alright, select the armature. Do I have to exit weight paint mode? Okay, let's exit weight paint mode. Click on this rig. And then select the armature, then the mesh. Then I have to click on the leg. Or is it a different thing? Because this would just be the same as if I clicked on this, right? Or if I click on this, or this, is this the armature? What is this? Is this an armature? Rig. Alt click the bone. Alt click the bone. The rig and then the legs. This rig. And then this. then weight paint. What? This one, I click on this. And then I click on the mesh, which is this one. But then is that different from just clicking this? Oh, but with shift, okay. That makes sense. Or do you mean, okay, click on this and then, what if then I click, what about control? What if I did control instead to select only this and then enter weight paint? So now the rig is selected along with the leg, which means I should be able to somehow click on the bone. Oh, is it this? Do I have to enter cursor mode? No. Move, rotate, scale, transform, select box? No. What did I just do? What did I just click on something? What am I selecting? The bone. I've clicked on the bone. What have I done? What? You can select the bones and move them, but those are the control bones. Oh, I want to see. Am I choosing like these bones? I just want to see like if I like what bone, which one of these controls like I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? I just want to know how to paint this thing. Like I want it to like deform in such a way it's like this, such that this thing collapses. Or maybe I just remove this. But like would that then cause the entire leg to not move? Like then when I move the leg only this thing moves? Quite the mystery. Blender. How to weight paint leg. Recommendations for weight painting a leg. Automatic. Painted with 0.2 weight. Maybe not leg, but knee. Specifically. Okay, these are the same images. Weight paint Blender manual. Weight paint tutorial. Mastering Blender weight paint. Unable to weight paint the knee of my character. Tips and tricks. No. Is it people special? Oh no, people specialize in weight painting. There's 30 plus names of people that were placed under weight painting supervisors. No way. Can you major in weight painting? Blender, how to weight paint. Knee weight painting for two-headed ogre rig. Part 10-2. No images. Maybe I need to watch a tutorial. Let's watch a basic weight painting YouTube video. Weight paint Blender character. Bone weight painting for beginners. Vertex groups. How do they do it? What are vertex groups? Viewport setup. They don't actually get into weight painting in this video. No, hold on, what is this? What are they painting? Why is this thigh so big? This isn't weight painting, this is something else, right? What is this? There's a tutorial called Rigging for Impatient People. Wonder. Oh, I did see the thumbnail for this one. And I did also see this suggested. Maybe let's watch this. But without audio, because this is not my video. we can't be reacting to things. Armature setup. Automatic weights. Weight tricks, okay. But before I react to this video, I guess I can play it while I'm drinking water. Twitch is about to show some ads, so I'll take that time to hydrate and watch this video. Alright, I've hydrated. Alright, so this is talking about stuff that I think I already know. That's what I think, at least. What is lock object mode? If you want a more rigid result with no bending. Rigid rigging. Alright, so this is if you have like Minecraft style things where you don't want it to bend. Which is not what I want necessarily. Like this one is you're making like a robot or something. About inverse kinematics. Wait, hold on. Is this what I want? Like it's moving the entire thing. That you can move that around. Alright, what about inverse kinematics? Insert keyframe. Wait, did they actually do the, hold on. They didn't talk about specifically how to weight paint specific parts. It's just a general overview of how to weight paint. Smooth it out. Lock object modes. If you want a more rigid result with no bend. What if there's a good blog article? There probably is. But I would like to find it. What about this full playlist? Workflow summary, beginner tutorial. Paint through the mesh. I mean, I could just try painting and unpainting things and then just see how it affects the movement. Perhaps. But if I just copy what the thumbnail looks like? Well, I don't know which bone they've selected though, that's the thing. It's like this, like this is like a different thing. This is the thigh, but I'm specifically looking for this part. What if I just delete everything? What if I simply, what if I decreased? Is it because, okay, these two appear to be similar weights. I should give more weight to this one than this one. So maybe let's go to like 0.6. And then like paint this a lighter color. And then now it's like mostly this thing will bend, right? Perhaps. And then if I exit object mode and then I go to like, and then I click on the rig, and then I go to pose mode and then I move this around. No, that's worse. That's definitely way worse. For weight painting the knee and elbow, you need to smooth the paint so the vertices are partially painted with the bones next to it. Smooth the paint so the vertices are partially painted with the bone. Oh, I see. So you want like this one to partially affect this. But what's the best way to do this? Oh, I was using subtract. I want to set this to the absolute value. Is that a thing? Add alpha, difference, mix. Like if I lower the weight of these to 0.9, maybe because this should also be lowered, right? Because this thing, we don't really want this thing to be moving around as much. Like, what if this is it? What if this is good? I really wish there was a better way to test this. Rather than like exiting, go in object mode, clicking on the rig, go back to pose mode, click on this, move it. Wait, that seems, I mean, it's a little bit better. I think you should hide the initial armature used to generate the Rigify rig because it's not a complete representation of the Rigify bones. Hide the initial armature. I should hide the meta rig. Oh, you're saying that the, okay, hold on. That the rig that I'm showing is not really, maybe I was just being misled. Alright, let's how do I make it so it's not always showing? Viewport display. I want it to like is there like a setting that I turned on? Settings, hold on, click on this guy. Was there a thing that was like show in front or something that I turned on? Is it this one? Bones? Viewport display? Where's that setting? Data? Viewport, okay, not in front. Okay, that's what I want. And then I want this one. This one should be in front. Oh, but it is. Welcome Hongtown. Can't believe I come in, you got the dogs out. That's not a dog, it's a freaking rabbit, obviously. Dogs? That's not even a dog. Are these technically bones? I thought these were controls. This is a bone. Are these are bones? You're telling me this is a bone? Aren't all rabbits dogs? I don't think so. The meta rig is some general idea of the final rig. I would just turn it off. Actually, to see the deformed bones, you need to show them in the data tab of the Rigify armature. Okay, so you don't show this thing. To see the deformed bones, show them the data tab of the Rigify armature. So this data tab, which is here, it's not this one. Viewport display, is it not that one? The deformed bones, where are the deformed bones? Just like how all dogs are rabid, all dogs are not rabid. Only some of them are. They are in bone collections as DEF. Oh, this. But then how do I make this always show? Or like to show it above? So right now, it's like it's there, but it's like below the other stuff. Oh, is it because I click on this? Oh, okay. This is it. These are the bones. Are these the bones? These aren't bones. What is this? Oh, I can hide this. Oh, these are the actual deformation bones. I see. Interesting. So I can hide these then. And then these are the real bones. These are in fact the actual bones. The bones are their money. Okay, so that's good to know. So now we know that this bone controls that. Their names are the names of the weight paints in the mesh. Their names. Whose names? These names. The names of the weight paints. Oh, you mean, oh, I see. Okay, the names of these bones are the bones, are these bones. These are these bones. I see. But I would like to see which bone specifically these are. How do I click on these specific bones? How do I highlight the specific bone? Like if I click on this, and I click on these bones, I don't know which one this is. A car is honking outside. Like how do I know thigh R? Thigh R01. Welcome, Probs Not Jack. Blender, Rigify. See which bone has what name. Identify bones. Generating a rig. Basics. Spine. Tail. Oh, there's a tailbone? Hold on. Wait, I could have had the tailbone for this. Limbs. Super palm. Bone types. How do I find out what a control bone does? Oh yeah, just use Python. How do I find out what this is? Just use Python. Okay, that's cool. Just look at this code. I don't think so. Rigify bone groups and layers. Control bones, control the deformation bones. Deform mesh. Yeah, the bones that you can move around. But like, how do I see what bone this is? Is that the thing where, oh wait, is that was the thing where like you select this and then you select this. Choose this one and this one. And then you go into wait, and then oh that's what I see. Before this wasn't showing up because that was a different set of bones. But then someone said you can alt click. You can alt click. Oh wait, oh that's one. Okay, okay. I see. That's why, because I was showing the wrong bones. So now we have this bone. Now we can know what this bone is. But then like, okay, so I'm alt clicking, but it paints it. How do I make it so it doesn't automatically paint and just select the bone? So we have Shin left. We got Shin Godzilla. We have thigh left. Thigh left is... oh, it's this bone. Okay, so when this bone moves, it will move these bones. I mean, it'll move these vertices. So, it's showing what it's already weight painted per bone. Alright, so when this bone moves, I would like for it to not move this thing down here. And then when this bone moves, I do want it to move this thing. This was very useful. I'm not sure how I would have learned this on my own. I would have had to watch a very specific video where some guy was like, hey, by the way, you can like click on this and this thing, and then make sure you show the other rig, but not this one. Make sure you show the real rig, not the meta rig. Alright, so when this bone is moving, I would like to not have it influence the bottom of this leg at all, perhaps. Is that a reasonable assumption? That really this thing down here should be what controls this? I think so. And then this bone should maybe not control these. Yes, smile. That does not instill confidence. Alright, so if I delete these, this bone no longer controls these bones. These vertices, I mean. This one. But then this bone should control these vertices. This bone should definitely control this one. And I guess also this. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Let's go here. Let's go to pose mode. Tutorials explain this? You need to watch 4 hours worth of... Which tutorials though? Do they have an official Blender? I guess they probably do, that would make sense. But as videos though? Alright, pose mode. And then... well, now that I'm in pose... oh, because I've hidden the things. I need to show them. Wait, that seems bad. Is that better? Hold on. Well, okay, it's like kind of okay. No. Don't know. Tutorials of CG Dive. CG Dive. Well, if he doesn't want the VTuber I recommend, it's okay. I'm happy if you pass by and watch it later. That's the thing, is that I don't understand Korean. That's the main thing. Is that you've recommended a Korean VTuber who presumably mostly speaks Korean. If you just mean like a Korean VTuber that mostly speaks English, then maybe that's different. But I mean, there's also, I'm already watching a bit too many VTubers. CG Dive. Let's see this one. Auto Rig Pro versus Rigify. Which is the better one? I've never even heard of this one. Okay, let's see. Is this better than what I had before? In some ways, yes. In some ways, yes, but in some ways, no. So I do need to fix something. I think I need to make it so that these other bones do not control these vertices at all. Because like really only this bone should control this, and then this bone controls this, and then this bone controls up here. Maybe this. This bone should not control this. Let's go back to weight painting mode. With a smoother weight paint, the distortion will be less bad. Oh, maybe I should think about this. Perhaps I should consider it. Alright, click on the rig. You click on leg. No, you click on what? You click on rig. Let's go to object mode first. And then weight paint. Alright, so this bone versus this bone. So you're telling me that I should perhaps should perhaps make it so that this, like a little bit, this could control it a little bit, just as a treat, a little bit. A tablet? No. Oh, that's why. Oh, this is why you want pressure sensitivity. That's the reason. I understand. All of this was for weight painting. Well, I guess this bone should control this thing 50%. And this bone should control the middle 50% as well. So if I just set this to 50, specifically, everything around here, just make this 50. And then I go to this bone, and then I also make this one up here 50. And maybe that's better. Maybe this is then better. Perhaps. Back to object mode. Click on the rig. Go to pose mode. Alright, let's see this guy. Oh, wait. That seems slightly better, maybe. Although, I feel like this thing... Look at the knee. This knee should be bending a bit more. You can select the control bones and move them from the weight paint view. You can select the... Wait, you can do that? That would help. That would have helped so much. So let's see. Click on rig. Click on leg. Go. Click on rig. Click on leg. Go to weight paint view. You can select the control buttons and move them. This? Wait, how do I move the control buttons? How? Do upper legs even have two bones? Yeah, it does, right? Doesn't it? It's got one that goes here and another one that goes that way. Or is that only the bottom? I don't know. Maybe you're right. Just like in the pose view of the armature, you can select the control, just like in the pose view. But how do I'm clicking on this guy, but it has chosen this. Let me click on this guy. Select box. Let me look this up. Blender move control bone in weight paint mode. Selecting bones using control shift left click. Control shift. Control shift. Control shift. Wait, I was using alt. Alt does the same thing as control shift left. Okay, but I've selected this. Oh wait, oh okay. For some reason it wasn't working before, but now it is. Okay. That's good to know, good to know. Alright, so the problem that we have is that this middle part is not deforming. And I think I just need to add 50% of control to here as well. Let's do that. Let's go back to brush mode. Let's make the size smaller. Maybe this should be 7.7. Maybe the bottom should have a bit more control over this part of the knee moving. What if it was 1? What if we just set this to 1? What does that look like? No, that's worse. Okay. Wait, it's so useful. It's so useful being able to click this. I can't talk. Being able to click this thing in this view and move it. Truly life-changing. Why is it doing this? Maybe that's fine. Maybe this is actually... No, because like this is not fine. Whatever's happening there, that's not fine. And this bone. Maybe this bone should be also partially in control of this. Mayhaps. Although that is fully in control. I want this to be like 50%. 50%. 100%. This should be 100% in control of these. The ones up here. Maybe not 100. Maybe 100 was too much. And then it should be like 70%. And then maybe 50% this. And the bottom one, this is so much easier. The bottom one, I guess this one could be 100%, maybe 100 is too much. Let's do like this. What if this was smoother? What if this one had a little bit of control over this? Is that better? That seems better, right? But like, why is this one moving up so much? Maybe this bone should not have as much control over this. Maybe it should actually be like low control. What does that look like? No, no, it definitely needs some control. Wait, what does this thing have any control over this? Let's delete this stuff. This guy should not be moving that guy. Okay. And then what about this guy? This guy right here. Maybe... Maybe the thing is that this guy should actually have some control over this guy. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe like 40% control of this guy. Maybe that's the problem. And it does look better. Maybe 50%. 50% control over this. Maybe also this. What if it had control over these? Maybe 50 is too much. No, that's too much. Maybe like 25. Just like a little bit as a treat. No, no. This is tricky. How does anyone do this? How does anyone use Blender? Doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Okay, I think I made it worse. Okay, so this guy is in full control of this. But what if it was like 0.75% in control of this? That's worse. I don't know what I'm doing. I just don't know. Right, this guy should have... What if no one had control over this guy? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe no one should... Maybe this thing should never... I mean, that doesn't make sense, right? Surely that doesn't make sense. No, that's really bad. I mean, maybe this is fine. Maybe this is good enough. Oops. Let's go into pose mode. Click on this guy. You know, that doesn't actually look that bad. I think it's only like when you look at the specific vertex moving, it looks weird. But like when you don't really see the vertex, it seems fine. Right, like this. It's fine. Like, despite the fact that this is kind of like in there, if we didn't have the wire view, I think it would look fine. How do I turn that off? I always get confused. How do I turn off the wires? Click on leg, click on data, click on material, world, object, display as... What is the setting that I used to make it? You might think it would be wire, but it's not. Display, just physics properties, constraints, data. Display shapes, bones, bone constraints. Collection. Is it this one? Blender, disable wire. Object properties, viewport display section. Object properties. Is it not display as wire? Turn off visible wireframe. Go to object properties. Viewport display. It's not there though. Do you see this? Show. Why does mine look different? Look at this guy. I mean, this is probably like an older version of Blender, right? Click on this. Click on this thing, which I've clicked on. Viewport display. Show wireframe. What if I don't show wireframe? Okay, that's the head. Hold on. The leg. If I specifically select object mode and then leg. Oh, okay. That's the part that's confusing, is that sometimes you select a thing and then you select another thing, but then this thing doesn't show up. You have to like exit, you have to go to object mode. Alright, so now this thing does not have visible wireframe. Now if we go to this mode, if you go to pose mode, I mean, that seems alright. Sure. Okay, I mean, this one, hold on, this view doesn't look good. Okay, well, obviously there's some problems with this. Is that the sideways movement does not look good. But up and down looks alright. This, okay, this view looks quite bad. But I mean, I feel like most of it's gonna be like this. Although I guess I would need to fix like this. Whatever this angle is, we gotta gotta fix that. If you move the left leg, one of the vertices on the right one move. If I move the left leg, this. No, they don't. Surely not. I don't see it. Where? Definitely needs to fix this. Can I like reset the pose? Is that a thing? Probably, right? Reset pose. Reset pose. Blend pose. Clear pose. Clear pose. Because like, what if I set this to this and then I weight paint so that it gets updated? Is that a thing? Reset. Reset bone. Blender. Reset bone. Pose. Clear user transformations. Clear transformation. I can't believe I trusted the AI. There's no such option. Although I guess it did say Alt-R. Alt-R. Alt-G. Okay, that's good. And Alt-S. Alright, so I want to be in this view, and then I want to weight paint the leg. Let's go here, click on this guy, click on that guy, weight paint. Alright, so if I click on this guy, I would like... Oh, it doesn't update in real time. You're telling me I have to move the bone again for this to get moved? I guess that would make sense. It's like while you're painting something, obviously you don't want it to move. But what if I do want it to move? What if I simply wanted this to move while I was painting it? Like when I get a hair, are you moving? True, true. Are they painting your head with weights? Is there a way to do that? Blender. Apply movement. Apply transformed while weight painting. Is that a thing? Move bones automatically while weight painting. Is that not possible? Transfer weight paint between bones. Can't move bones. Wait, is that a thing? No, this is manually moving your bones. I want it to automatically move the other bones. Cause like this seems kind of inconvenient though. Like if I would have to go, like click on this and then do this. I guess I could wait. I can move this and then click on this and then move it again. It doesn't really move them. Maybe I just need more loop cuts. Maybe this is like too low poly. Because maybe low poly requires some more expertise. Whereas if you simply had more vertices, this would be less apparent. Maybe it's a skill issue. This though, but like this. Why this? I know nothing about rigging. No. Oh, wait, it did update. Wait, do you see this? Hold on. It does. Wait, it does update. I think it's just the ones that I were painting for some reason don't. Oh shoot, that changes everything. Does it? I don't know. I don't know if it does. Wait, this looks pretty good though. This looks pretty good, but it probably looks bad in another view. Wait, what if you could have it so that this is... You have many different poses that you want, and then you weight paint them, and then they all update in such a way that you can see in real time. And then you know, like, you change this when it breaks another pose. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, well, I think this one looks fine. And then if I go change the pose... It also seems okay. This feels like an alright weight paint. Maybe this is fine. Let's go back to this view. Go to pose mode. Click on this guy. I would like to click on this guy. Why can I not click on this guy? Wait, that... Is that better? I don't know. It's a bit less deformed. I mean, the top part is definitely still deformed. But... the rest of it seems better. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the one. Oh wait, you're right. I do see when I move this one does move. What's causing? What is that? Wait, what? But like only at certain angles? Like if I move like slightly over, it's not... What is that? What is that bone? Okay, what if we click on... If we go back to object mode, click on the rig, click on the leg, and then go to weight paint mode. Alright, so why is this thing moving? Which one of these has influence over the left side bones? Well, what? Why does this thing have control over this bone? That shouldn't happen. Wait, but I can't delete this because, like, it's on the other side. What? What the heck? What if I click on this bone? Then this, okay, this bone controls this, and then I delete this one. Alright, it's very confusing, but now it's fine. But then if you look at this angle, this thing is a bit messed up. Maybe I need to make this one a bit less controlled. Like, is that better? Is this better? I don't know. I guess I could also click on this and move this leg, because then if I change this one will also be weight painted. So then we can test two leg positions at the same time. We got new strats. We found new strats. Have just been unlocked. See this one. Like, let's say like this. Alright, so like which of these? Like paint this one. That one. Hey, wait, why is it? This one also has some control over that leg. What if we go here and delete the what the? We gotta delete this. Okay, that has been deleted. This bone also has some control over the other side. Yo, welcome AM995. Thank you for the raid. Welcome raiders. I'm 3D modeling a rabbit creature. Let me shout you out. AM995. You're playing Slay the Spire 2. Hope you had a good time slaying the Spire 2. Welcome Old Man Minguiz as well. Check out this rabbit, guys. Look at this rabbit. It's literally existing. They're trying to make it so that when you move the legs, it doesn't like deform weirdly, because this is a very low poly rabbit. You'll notice when this leg is moved up slightly, this part is quite deformed. It looks quite strange. Is this for a VTuber? No, I just was learning 3D modeling. It's just my original character that I made up on the spot. I guess it could be a VTuber. I don't know. Somebody... This could be a VTuber. What if it was? What if this was actually made for a VTuber? And everyone's like, no, it's just a random character he made up. And then the next day, you'll have like, oh no, look, Hololive has debuted a new rabbit VTuber. Wow. Surely that's the case. No way. New Hololive generation leaked. They will never trust Wolfie again with commissions. Slay the Spire 2 is very good. Play 2 runs, won 2 runs, let's go. Definitely didn't save some. Yeah, Ant would never do that. I know that guy. He would never cheat in a video game. Ever. What, do you think he is some kind of coward? I don't think so. Surely he knows everything that there is to know. How do I paint this? How do I paint this weight? Now this bone controls nothing. Maybe this bone should control some things. What if this bone had a little bit of control over this? No, it doesn't seem to change anything. Okay, what about this bone? This bone controls these. What about this bone? What about this bone? This bone right here. What? Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Whoa. Why does this bone control the upper part? That's not possible. Maybe that's the problem. This bone has too much control. Literally too much of it. Okay, so it only really has control over this vertex. It has 100% control of this. And then this bone mostly controls the back part. And also this part. And then this bone controls nothing. This bone controls these. This one controls those. This one controls, you know, this one maybe control nothing. What does it look like if this controls nothing? Learning all this stuff you learn, or sorry, learning all this stuff you learn is very cool. I wish I had the patience to do this. I'm unfortunately tech illiterate and impatient. Well, I feel like patience is the important part. I think if you could find the time to do it, yeah, you can learn it. A lot of good tutorials online, especially as a streamer. I feel like if you do this on stream and you have people that like know Blender, you could just be like, how do I do this? And then someone who knows will be like, you could just press this. That's how I learned. This is, if I did not stream this, I would be so lost. Since streaming it, now I know. Now I know that these bones are controlled separately. Now I know that you can select multiple things and move this. You can do so much stuff. You can do many things. Anyway, I think this looks alright so far with the current setup. Just watched 4 hours. I feel like I've watched more than 4 hours of tutorials at this point, but they've been tutorials from like different people, and they all like have some overlap. It's not even Blender, like a lot of things, music, background coding. I'm not that's defeatist behavior. Surely. You could put your mind to it. Like I do, like personally, I feel like I can learn most things. Like if a regular person can learn it, what's really stopping me from doing it? It's just like the time. Right, like a lot of people know music. And like surely it's not like some inherent skill issue, it's just the time that they put in. Welcome Prodzapod, hello, hello. Let's see. This here. Let's reset the movement of this. Nope, what have I done? Yes, blending. We are blending this creature. Skill issue, no, but it's like, it's a skill that you could attain with time. Is maybe next the next time I try to model joints? Okay. I will click on this video. It's only 55 seconds. You know what? I'm even gonna watch it right now. Literally, since you linked a video that is very short, I will watch it right now. Joint topology, knees, elbows, fingers on a low poly mesh. Wait, that's so useful. I have seen some people like do it this way. They take the knife tool, they cut over there. Interesting. Okay, so so this is what I have. This is what I have, and that's why it's going like that. Now, if I simply just added another, actually, if I remove this and then I just added this there, it would deform much nicer. And then I could do this, but like this is probably fine. You know, I'm gonna click on like. I'm gonna save it. You know, I'm gonna make a new playlist. Call that one Blender. This is gonna be the first video on that playlist. It's there, it's been added. You can see the number go up. If I reload the page, I can prove to you that the number is gonna be 76. Yoda be like 7676. Anyway, it's time for me to end the stream, everyone. It is that time of the day that I must end my stream. But okay, let's reset the pose first. In some angles, this looks alright. In other angles, like this, it looks a bit weird. Like this, like that. What is this? That looks weird. Maybe I'll try doing some different loop cuts. Anyway, let's reset the pose first before I forget. Let's go to pose mode. Click on this guy. Why can't I click on this guy? Click on that guy. Okay, Alt, was it Alt R, Alt G, Alt Z? None of that is working for some reason. Clear pose. Clear pose that only works on the selected bones. Like it doesn't work on this. Doesn't work on this. Do I have to select? Oh, okay. I see. So the control itself doesn't, when you reset this, it doesn't really affect the other one. Because this is not a, oh I see, it's a control, not a bone. That makes sense. Oh, wait, but it does, hold on, that time it did, you see that? I've selected only this, and then I pressed Alt G, and that reset it. That's what I was trying to do. But it didn't work. But now it works. I don't know. But now I know. Okay, now I know you select the other bones. Anyway, let's review what we've done today. Okay, we've done several things. You can totally go here and show the arm. Check out this arm. Oh, they're showing ads. Whatever. We've rigged the arm. I've learned that when you rig the arm, what you can do is turn off IK stretch so it doesn't go beyond its extents. You've also done this. Look at this dance. You can do this. You can also do this. It's a bit weird with the legs, but it's fine. It's probably fine. And then this one. Oh, look at this dance. Anyway, that's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. You can make it wave. You can have a wave at you. You could have it do. You could have it like do this. Like Yas Queen Slay. Isn't this the Yas Queen Slay pose? And then you could have one of the legs go like backwards slightly. Wait, what did I do? What is this? And then you do this one. Wow. There it is. Good stuff, especially considering Rigify started on hard mode. Is it? What's the normal mode? Mixamo? People just use Mixamo. Alright. Let me hide the bones. How do I hide this? Pose, not in front. Object mode. Hide that one. Very cool, very nice. I've learned many skills that I will use in my day-to-day life, perhaps. Yes. I'm mostly doing this so that I have a thumbnail for the video. Every time I like edit my like YouTube video thumbnail, I never make a custom thumbnail. I just like go through the VOD and then like take a screenshot of like one thing that's representative, and I guess this would be it. This would be the representative screenshot of the day. Here, let's undo that pose. Reset the pose. Save it. Alright, now we close. Now we close everything. Make sure that everything is synchronized properly. And now I shut down the computer, not myself. Now I shut down the computer. Alright, let's see what day it is. Hold on, let me make sure that it's actually synchronized. It is up to date. It says it's up to date. But I don't know. I'm gonna open up Blender on my main computer just to make sure. So I don't have to turn back on my computer. Blender would like access to the microphone. Is that normal? Don't allow that. Okay, it didn't save. It did not save me undoing the pose. Anyway, I guess that's it. Let's shut down the computer. Is that normal? Blender does not ask for my micro. It's probably just doing that because, like, on Mac they have more strict permissions. On Windows, it's probably just like it probably just by default has access. Blender access microphone. What is that? Audio input for animation requires specialized add-ons or Python scripting. It is not a core native feature. Most common methods using audio assistant. Well, that's concerning. Anyway, I did not grant it permission though, so that's fine. Anyway, let's find out what day it is. Let's rate someone. Alright, what do we got here? Scribble Day. Viagra Day. Joe Day. And then they'll be like, Joe who? And then you go, oh, got him. Got him. Joe Day. Scribble Day. Scribble Day. I guess Scribble Day could be, noted. Noted. Scribble Day raid. Maybe. Linux, it doesn't use it by default. I don't know. Maybe I should be concerned that Blender has requested microphone permissions. But why? Alright, who do I raid? Who shall I raid today? Good question. Good question. Let's see. Which of these people? I don't know. I just don't know. Let's raid, let's raid SE_channel. She's doing some kind of chatting stream, perhaps. Oh wait, I just got a raid. I didn't even notice. I just got raided. Welcome, George Chungus. Welcome, Mr. Soffit. Welcome, Man Popsicle. Welcome, Mr. Dances. And Pharaxis. And thank you for the subscription. Thank you for gifting a subscription. I just got here. Welcome, Snackerwave. Yes, unfortunately, I'm ending my stream. You've chosen the worst time to raid. Karagi made your animation. Yes, she made this animation. And also this animation that you saw right here. She made that one. Thank you, Man Popsicle, for gifting a sub as well, again. Anyway, that is the stream. I'm sorry, everyone. It's time to end the stream. You get to watch the VOD. If you want to know what I did, you can watch the VOD. No one's doing that, but you can if you want to. I made a 3D model of a rabbit. And then I rigged it. I guess I made it off stream. But I made it move today. Here it is. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. But it can move. It can move now. And that's cool. And now I sit here for several seconds. And I wait for the raid to go. Hype train while I'm about to end my stream? You can't do that. That's actually not even allowed. It's actually illegal. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with Variety Saturday, most likely. I will be playing some games. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Thanks again for the raid. Thanks for the gift subs. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I'm gonna wait for that raid to go. Still waiting for several seconds. Okay, the countdown's going. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.